Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we will presenting our last project. Let me introduce. We are from group 7. The member is Dani Chandra Manik, Mayang Sari, Siti Akilatul Zahro, and Raihan Ibnu Adnan. Our research is about syntax analysis in descriptive text. The title of the text is Borobudur Temple. So the first part will be presented by Siti Akilatul Zahra. For Siti, time is yours.
Abstract. Type of phrase is very important because it's a central part of a sentence and it has different functions in their structure such as object, subject, and complement. As the learners, by understanding the phrase of structure, it help us to solve our problem in creating and composing sentence correctly. This research focused on syntax analysis on descriptive text. We use the title is Borobudur phrase, Borobudur Temple. In constructing an appropriate type of phrase, we should understand our type of phrase and their component. The objective of this research are to identify the type of the phrase that used in the descriptive text. The number second is to know whether there is a complement clause or not. And also we found there are constituent of the sentence and construction of coordinate sentence. And at least but not less, we try to find out if there are several structures consist from the text. For this research, we use the tree diagram to analyze the sentence, and also we apply qualitative approach and use descriptive research design. The researchers read and learned the data carefully, then break down the construction of phrase into smaller units by adding the brackets to mark of the constituents. Then label its constituent based on grammatical category. Next. In this research, we can find some keywords such as syntax, phrases, tree diagram, syntax analysis, and descriptive text. Introduction. An about syntax is a way for us to determine the structure of a sentence, that we can tell it apart of phrase, clause, or the sentence itself. Phrase is a small group of words standing together as a conceptual unit, typically forming a component of a clause. A unique grammatical organization next below the sentence in rank and in traditional grammar said to consist of subject and a predicate. And the biggest is a sentence. Sentence is a yes of word is a set of words that is complete in itself, typically containing a subject and predicate, conveying a statement, question, exclamation, or command, and consistent of a main clause and sometimes one or more subordinate clause. In syntax, there are some ways that can be used to know what is the structure. In this text, we use a text that title is Borobudur Temple, then it's construct of 14 paragraphs. Six. And in this research, we have some statement of the problem. Number one is what type of phrases are used in the text. Second one is what is the most dominant form of phrase used in the text. The third one, does the text have any complement clause? If yes, what complementizer is used? One is, does the text also have any coordinate sentence? If yes, what coordinate conjunction is used? And the last is, which level of structure does the text have?
Raihan, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Danny. Purpose of the report. Number one is to identify the type of press that used in the descriptive text. Number two, to analyze the construction and the constituent of the sentence in the descriptive text to know whether there is a complement clause or not. Number three, to looking for if there are found any coordinate sentence in the text. Number four, to find out if there are surface structure consist from the text. Borobudur Temple. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Rehan. Next slide, please. So, in this research, the researchers use qualitative research design. The data is obtained from quoting sentence from descriptive text paragraph, Borobudur Temple. In determining sentence, types of sentences, words, and phrases, researchers use tree diagram to find out the more detailed text obtained from web or Google. Because the data were from words and would be analyzed using description, not statistical numbers, qualitative research is an approach for exploring and understanding the meaning of individuals or group ascribed to a thing or human problem. This research also uses quantitative methods because it is include statistical numbers. Next. Result and discussion. So this is our text. There are two paragraphs. Next. So this is what we found. The frequency from the type of phrases and the frequency from other vocabularies from part of speech. Next. So we found 5 type of phrase that used in the text. The first one is noun phrase. The example from the text is Borobudur is one of the most beautiful temple tourist research in Indonesia. In this sentence, Borobudur is a noun phrase. Second is verb phrase. We have 3 examples in the text. There are 3 sentences. It is situated in Central Java. Situated is a verb phrase. Borobudur Temple was built by Sailendra dynasty during the 8th century. Built is the verb phrase, and the other one is preserve. Next, prepositional phrase. There are 3 examples here we found in the is it 2? Bisa dikatasin lagi? Enggak, slide sebelumnya. Yeah, we found 3, but I will, there are 3 sentences. Borobudur Temple was built by Sailendra dynasty during the 8th century. The next is Borobudur is one of the most beautiful temple tourist research in Indonesia. The people all over the world know that Borobudur is one of the greatest artworks that ever known since long time ago. Next. Next is a verb phrase. there are two examples. Borobudur is one of the most beautiful temple tourists in Indonesia. Next, Borobudur Temple is one of the 7 wonders of the world which needs to be preserved their contents. Next is adjective praise. There are 4 examples. Borobudur is one of the most beautiful temple tourist research in Indonesia. We can see most beautiful is the adjective praise. Next. So, in this text, in this paragraph, we found that there are complement clause. There are 3 parts of complementizer, but we just found that there are 2 complementizer that used in the text. The first one is relative clause. In the sentence, in the text, we found that in the sentence, Borobudur Temple is one of the 7 wonders of the world which needs to be preserved its circumstance. So the relative clause is which. There are nominal clause too, but we don't find in the text. The next is subordinate clause. Most of them admire Borobudur Temple because of its beauty. The subordinate clause is because. Next. So in the text, we also found there are coordinate sentence. There are 4 coordinating conjunction used in the text. The first one is cumulative. The example is both domestic and foreign tourists. Both and is a cumulative conjunction. Second is assertive. The example is it makes them easier to change their money, but some of them like to bring credit cards and checks. Next is elative, but we don't find in the text. The fourth is alternative. The example is domestic tourists usually go there by bus or private cars. Next. Structure, level structure that used in the text is deep structure, mostly. So mostly in the sentence using indirect object transformation, EEO. Next. Okay, the next will be present by Dani Chandramalik.
Thank you for the opportunity. So we can take a conclusion about the type of phrase that used in the text are. So noun and verb phrase is mostly used in the text Borobudur Temple. It is also accompanied by prepositional phrase, adjective phrase, and adverb phrase. Coordinating conjunction include construct some sentence in this text, such that in general use deep structure level sentence which IDTIO. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you, Dani. I think that's all from our groups. Thank you for your attention and sorry for our mistakes. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.